What's up?
It says we're live, so I guess we're live. Hello, everybody. As
We're
you can
still
see,
we're
we got
kicking it.
Rescue here with me. We may have a few more pop in later on. He's at his parents' house, so he can't be here up on stage. He's in the chat. There's Papa.
Yeah, I don't think
And
his mom's gonna let him come out and play tonight.
yeah, he's grounded. And then Roots has got family in town. She might be in the chat. She may pop up a little bit. We'll see.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Justin M, what's up, brother? Welcome. New member. There's Papa, Michigan Outpost. What's going on?
Miss
Papa's been a
Dusty.
member for 12 months. Miss Sharon, hello. Dusty Country Road. Y'all just have to bear with me tonight. My computer is running crazy slow. KP Heathen, what's going on, brother? Computer's running slow, but I'm doing the stream off the phone, but I'm trying to do all the typey on the computer. It's trying to catch up. So, Prepping Artist, what's going on?
What's up, Kelly? Yeah, that storm's gonna probably catch y'all a good. I don't know exactly where y'all are. I just remember where you had said, and when I was looking at the bands, looked like you guys were in the more severe side of things that are fixing to come through.
Two Wolves, what's going on, Miss Betty? Yeah, I was just talking to Rescue there before we went live about how crazy things. It's getting towards the end of the school year, so now's the time we got to do all the testing and the pre-testing and getting ready for the end of grade testing. And I had to sub in for our softball coach for 2 games this week to end the season. So that had me Tuesday and Thursday. I was tied up until like 7 o'clock at night. Canadian, what's going on? And then Outpost, hey, and then one thing I was telling the Rescue, one of the girls at school, one of my students, probably actually one of the best students I've ever had. She's amazing. In her CTE class, which is computers, technology, entrepreneurship or something, it's where the kids learn how to, do a skill and all this good stuff. Anyway, there's this nationwide contest where they compete on doing like a job skill or something. And she came to me. Actually, the teacher came to me on Thursday of this. All right, today is it was a week ago Thursday because they were gone on a field trip Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and they got back Thursday afternoon. But long story short, here comes Roots. The teacher comes to me and he said that they had one of the kids that was supposed to do the T-shirt design dropped out last minute, and he wanted to know if I would help this substitute student that they put in there. Her name was Sophia. What's up, Roots? He wanted to know if I would help her do this T-shirt design. Now they asked me on Friday afternoon at about 1:15, and I'm like, yeah, sure. When's it got to be ready? Well, we leave Monday morning for the. I'm like, what? I didn't know they left Tuesday morning. I'm like, what? You're coming to me Friday afternoon, and you needed me to bring it in Monday morning. So I met with her and her parents over the weekend, and I took her through the entire process of how to design a shirt, how to download all the logos, how to design it on the computer, how to print it out on the special paper, how to coat the screen, how to dry the screen, how to burn the image on the screen, wash it, let it dry, then put it on the machine, get your shirt. And we had to do 2 screens, so it was 2 colors, and then print both the things, and then how to dry the ink and cure the ink. I did all that process with her through the weekend, and I had the shirt ready for her on Monday. She was lucky that I had 2 extra screens already coated, and then had it for her on Monday. But she went to the contest. It was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they came back late Thursday afternoon, and she placed. I think it was 3rd or 4th place in the T-shirt contest, which I think she should have got 1st place because nobody else in the contest for the T-shirt design even printed a shirt. They just came in with these pieces of paper showing their computer design, what they had designed on the computer. But my kid went above and beyond and actually printed the shirt. But the judges disqualified her printed shirt because it wasn't part of the instructions. It didn't specifically say to design the shirt. So I'm like, wait a minute, you didn't count it because she went above and beyond. She exceeded your expectations, and So yeah, it's a big stink at school now. So I'm printing new shirts now that says so hashtag Sophia got robbed, and they're gonna wear it to the nationals and just piss everybody off. So yeah, but other than that, it was a very busy week.
That is really messed up.
That
So
is.
Yeah, it is.
she went above and beyond, like excelled, and
Well, she
did
went
just
above
a
and
little
extended. It
extra.
was
That
supposed to
is
be
so
a
messed up.
display, and I'm like, she's
Oh.
wearing it. It's on display, you know. So it was a bunch of crap. But you know, what are you gonna do? Shit happens.
Well, that should be like the extra curriculum stuff. I mean, you did all the steps that were asked, and then you said, you know what? Let me put some icing on this bad boy. And you did extra curriculum
Well,
instead of going to
the
step.
problem was this was the first time our school has entered this statewide contest. Each state does it, and then they have the nationals in like Atlanta. This is the first time our school has done it. The middle school has ever participated in this.
Oh, so they didn't want no newbie to come in and take first place.
Well, no. The problem was we entered like 7 different categories, and we placed first place in 5 of them, second place in 1 of them, and then she got third place. We placed in every single category that we went into.
Huh.
And it was like who in the world, who these people come from? But the problem was all the other kids, like I think, and none of them
Am I buffering, or is he is?
I guess they were. I mean, if I would follow the instructor.
It might be Ghost. I was about to type in the chat that I think I'm buffering because you guys keep tripping out, but it might be on Ghost's end. You're frozen, Ghost. I think, yeah. Yeah, good call, Rescue. I was about to type in there like, is it me or is this all circles? Okay, word. Okay. Hi, everyone in chat. Man, that's crazy. That girl gets docked. Because if the criteria was to be judged on a computer sketch of a shirt, then she did that, right? So if she wears a demo shirt, whatever, who cares? She still is entering the design. She just so happened to bring a demo. Ghost, you're still frozen if you can hear us.
Milkmaid.
Milkmaid 101. Shout out 101.
Well, that's what got me, man, listening to that, because it's like, wait a minute. So you said, hey, here's your assignment. Do steps 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, cool. 1 through 5. But wow, I could go ahead and print this out and show you what this 1 through 5 looks like. So here's numbers 6 and 7. And you're like, oh, well, since you went far outside the box, it's like, I'm sorry. She literally produced the product. So she didn't just fake some shit or go grab some AI internet coding or project and go, look at what I did.
Yes.
She actually produced it. And it's like, no, that's bad.
It's like, oh, wow. I mean, yeah, exactly. It's nonsensical. It kind of is just like you have to settle for the participation trophy. If you go above and beyond, you're the outsider. You're a little bit shoved to the side, but everybody should be happy with the participation trophy, and we're going to give the reward to that pool.
Exactly.
It's all good, Ghost. We'll raise hell while you're trying. You left it to us, Rescue. How much damage can we do?
That's it. Let's see. What are the trigger words this week?
I know, right? When the cat's away. Oh my goodness. Hi, everybody in chat. I see you. It's good to see you all.
Membership. There you go, Miss Sharon, throwing out the info.
Miss Sharon is a freaking rock star, for real. Like Miss Sharon, I'm not going to lie, on some level, I don't even try as hard to mod if you're in there, because you get those links out there, you get that info, you get the websites, you get, whatever people are talking about, you've got it. And it's like, no matter what, the rest of us, not just me, everybody, all the other mods are like one message behind because Miss Sharon freaking nailed it, you know?
Always fixing to hit the click when it's like, oh, she did.
Right?
Well, here, I'll get the, oh, she just did. It's like,
Yep. And you don't want to be that guy and double it up. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, rock on, dude. Rock on. Oh, let's see.
hey, we got a name and a spinning wheel, so we're making progress.
Yep. If you can hear us, Ghost, we got a spinning wheel. Yeah, you're right. 101, Ms. Sharon could be AI. I think there's a few people that could be AI, to be honest.
Right.
You know?
Hey,
In
it's
fact,
fixing to come out, so
Okay,
get ready.
I'm
There's
back.
fixing
Can
to
y'all
be a
see
bunch
me?
of that shit. Yep, there you are.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that was about.
you're a little glitchy, like you're freezing every 2 seconds, but you are there.
Am I back? Is it working?
It's kind of like Max Headroom.
5x5?
5x5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I
don't
just
know
got
what that
sent,
was
all I'm
about.
gonna do is generally
Just-
what I got sent. Can I share that, or you want me to just keep that on the download?
I don't know what you got sent.
I know
Ah, what do you? Well, then,
that's the
of
idea.
course, we're going to say show it.
Right?
Ah,
Or I can share it. So check this out, Miss Angela, the rock star. Homegirl done went. Oh, come on, really? You ain't gonna let me expand? God, I thought Samsung was all that badass. Come on, go away so I can show this. I don't need her information. There we go. So this is Miss Angela. Hold on, it's gonna get there. Bam.
Ooh,
What?
nice.
nice.
Completed. Check.
Congrats.
So that's a lady's way of saying don't fuck with me.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, that's awesome, Angela.
That is badass.
Congratulations, Angela. Congrats. Yeah, my internet's been wonky as crap here for a while now, so breaking in a new hat. Decided to take one of my camouflage.
She's a rock star.
Ah,
That
yeah,
is
so it's been a hell of a week. And then listening to all that shit with Israel and Palestine and
Mhm.
all those protests, man. I wish I was in charge.
Dude.
Wish I was like I wish I was the governor or the sheriff or something. I'd shut that shit down in about 2 seconds.
Where is
You're
that?
talking about the colleges?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the latest thing. What is that? Is it Columbia? The latest
Yeah.
thing, they've taken over a hall now. They have
Yeah.
literally taken it's like a little mini Chaz. They've literally spray painted on the walls. They've already broken the furniture, stacked it up.
But these are just protests. These aren't riots. This ain't Jan 6, you know. These are just protests.
Yeah. These
Hey
are
man, you
peaceful.
saw DPS though. You saw
I'd
how
go in there
Texas
with
rocked it.
with rubber bullets and pepper spray and bear spray. First thing I'd do is blind them all, make them cry and blow snot, and then I'd fucking shoot them until I ran out of fucking bullets. I'd rubber bullet everybody that was there. If you're in the fucking quad, you're getting lit the fuck up. Period.
Did you see the Austin, the UT in Austin? They had that shit go down, and DPS says, "Oh no, this shit ain't happening here, homie." Lined up in force, marched in there, and then proceeded on a bullhorn, going, "Here's how this works. According to Article so and so, you're to disperse when I command you. As of now, I'm commanding you to disperse. So per so and so, if you don't, you will be arrested." And dude, they just commenced to going.
Light him the
A
fuck up.
reporter, he decided to play some little chicken shit shot. And as they went by, he got behind this DPS, and you'll hear some news stories probably about this. I think it was Channel 7 out of Austin. Well, he's got his damn camera up there, and it's looking all innocent enough. And then he gets behind this officer as they go by, and you can watch him at the tail end of the film of this one person. You'll see him lurch forward. Well, he shoves that camera in the back of that cop. He pushes him forward. Well, you don't fuck with DPS in Texas. I don't know where everybody else is from, but in Texas, don't fuck with DPS. You might fuck with local law, but don't fuck with DPS. That sergeant that was standing to his right caught that on the peripheral, reached over with the left arm, grabbed him by the back of his shirt and coat, jerks him back, and you see him and the camera go flying back, and then they just proceeded to flip him over like a little fish and cuff him up, and off he went.
Good.
And all they were like, look, they're arresting journalists. They're even arrested. They're harassing journalists. It's like, shut up.
Fucking whining pussy bullshit. That's my next shirt. I'm gonna be dropping next week. I'm working on a design right now, but it's gonna say if I have offended you in any way, blame your parents for raising a pussy.
Man, I mean, that's a slick slope. The idea that we can look to the parents, because sometimes shitty people come out of good people, and good people come out of really fucking shitty people. Like some of the strongest, most insightful people that I know came from horrible parents, and it's because they rose above it, faced that challenge, found better solutions, tried not to repeat the cycle. So, I mean, I could see it both ways. I don't think blaming the parent for the crime is always the way to go. Sometimes it is.
No, I'm blaming for the crime. I'm blaming them for raising a pussy.
An idiot.
Oh, you offended me.
Yeah, well,
And
agreed.
being offended is part of life. Deal with it. It's like, yeah, okay, you're offended. Oh my God, the world has to stop for you. You sensitive little shit.
Yeah.
No time for it.
One of my favorite lines in the original Back to the Future is when the girl's dad in the beginning, the boy falls out of the tree because he's trying to peeping Tom her, and he goes, well, he's an idiot, comes from upbringing. And I love that line because there is truth to it for sure,
Well, I think if you have shitty parents, then it's a flip of the coin when it comes to the kids, because you can have the kid that gets isolated that says, okay, I'm zoning in, and becomes like smart and then you have other ones that give up. But most of the kids that come from, when you say a good parent, it has nothing to do with money. It's the parents that actually teach the morals and the behavior and the whys and explain as they grow up. I don't know that you really end up with some bad ones after that, unless it's literally an adult choice, because then you kind of really have a very firm establishment of right, wrong, good, bad,
Right.
Yeah.
For all you members and everybody that participated in the blanket raffle, the charity blanket raffle for the students, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 8 or 9 boxes absolutely full of shirts sitting in my living room. I went ahead and bought all the shirts, ordered all the shirts. I've got like 300 and fuck, I don't know. It's over 300 shirts I've got in 3 different colors. I did the art contest for the design. I chose the winner yesterday. So I got to burn the image, and then I'm starting printing the shirts. I got to print 300 plus shirts for the kids and the staff, and have them ready by the end of the month. So yeah, congrats guys, and the school. Every time I see the principal, she tells me to tell you guys thank you so much for that, because she didn't think they were going to be able to get the kids shirts this year.
What's the age range of the kids?
Hell, I've got one kid in the 8th grade that just turned 16.
Okay. So.
And I've got one kid in the 8th grade. She just
14,
turned 12, and she's got a 2-month-old baby.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an uncomfortable story there.
Yeah.
But I mean, like going to the foundation, like Rescue is saying, there is something to be said for planting seeds correctly in the foundation of what you're going to grow. And I think good teachers like yourself do kind of the same thing, where not all kids have a good environment at home or whatever, and it might be this act here, something that they learn from and learn some charity and goodwill or whatever. Like we got to invest in the next generation, y'all. Like,
well, it's
this will probably sound corny, but dude, you're like what you do and like that action with that girl in her life. It's going to sound kind of corny, but hey, it is what it is. But that could literally be a spark of a little bit of a daylight in a dark life that she lives.
mm-hmm.
So while every day is doom and gloom and shit, here's all of a sudden this gleam of hope. Like, wait a minute. So I could do this. I could get out of this shit, and you never know.
101, I see you. You're freaking ridiculous.
Well, I changed a whole lot of stuff at school the way I'm teaching. Because I took over for a math teacher that quit. You know, he only taught like half the year and he quit. So they asked me if I'd take over the 8th grade math. I'm like, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I don't make shit to me. You just tell me where you want me to go. And the whole time he was there, he would just hand them worksheets at the beginning of class and then go sit behind his computer and work on his plays for his football team that he coached. Uh, and so these kids have, like, they are so freaking far behind. But I've already got their grades up really, really good. The last test I gave them on Thursday, um, 74% of the kids got a B or above. Almost 45% of them got A's on this quiz. And it wasn't an easy quiz. But the way I decided to teach them, because they're so used to doing everything on the computer, and they're so used to a teacher just standing up and telling them what to do and then talking them through everything and showing it to them on the board. But when you give them a quiz, they bomb. And I'm like, it's because you're telling them what this means and what it does. They're not learning, they're listening. There's a difference. So what I changed it up. I flipped the classroom around. So what I do is I give them their textbooks and I'm like, all right, this next chapter, we're learning the Pythagorean theorem. That's what they all killed. They destroyed this test on the Pythagorean theorem. I said, it's Pythagorean theorem this week. And I said, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You guys have the entire class period to go through your textbook and learn. Teach yourself what the Pythagorean theorem is. And 10 minutes before class is over, or 20 minutes before, I gave them like 45 minutes to read and learn all they could about the Pythagorean theorem and take notes. And they did. And the last 20 minutes of the class, I walked around and I gave every single one of them a piece of paper. I said, you can write me an essay, you can draw pictures, you can do bullet points, you can do whatever you want to do. You can draw me examples. I said, explain to me on that piece of paper what the Pythagorean theorem is. I gave them like 10 minutes to do all that, and it was amazing. I mean, they drew the pictures, they explained to me. I said, you teach me what it is. I'm not going to teach you, you teach me, and I'll let you know if you're right. But they fucking killed it. I mean, they killed it. So that's what I started doing every morning. I don't teach them. I tell them what they need to learn, and then I'll give them like a little pop quiz, like a participation quiz at the end of the day, and they enjoy it. It's fun. It's like a new video game. They got to figure out how it works.
They finally achieved something. They're scoring.
And then
probably
Friday,
never get told congratulations.
Yesterday was it's a fun Friday where they let the kids goof around and play most of the day. Well, I changed it up, and I did, Miss Betty. I meant to reply to you, and I will. But my homeroom and my first core kids are the math one. They're the exceptional, really, really smart kids that are really, really good at math. So what I did Friday is I went to the other teachers in the 8th grade. I said, look, these 13 kids in my homeroom, the really smart math kids, I said, can I have them all day long? And they're like, she goes, what do you mean? I said, do they need to do anything in your class today? Because today's the easy day. And they go, no, you can have them. I said, cool. So I kept my advanced math kids in my classroom all day long. So the next 3 periods, the 3 core classes, I set up 4 different stations, and I split them up into groups of 2 teachers, and I had them teach the kids that were coming in, their peers. I had them teach their peers the content of volume of cylinders and the volume of cones and all this other stuff. And I was walking around supervising while they were teaching you would not believe how much stuff those kids retain and how well they paid attention to their friends while they were teaching. They paid better attention to their classmates teaching them than they did me. It was insane. The principal came down, the vice principal, they're like, what are you doing? I explained it. They're like, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, but look. And they're like, holy cow, this is nuts. I'm like, it's working.
But see, let me ask you something, Ghost. See, that to me, there's where the problem lies. See, they want to know, what steps are you taking? So they want some kind of format. They want something that then they could like duplicate, and they miss it, but it's the persona has to fit the steps.
Yeah.
You can't just have a piece of paper with instructions. No. You got to have the persona to go with that. Otherwise the message is lost.
You can't do the piece of paper with instructions because we're past that. This is 2024. If it doesn't come on a little screen with a laptop and a calculator, they don't understand it. They can't understand the concept. So I had to completely change it. Like I took all their calculators away from them. I don't let them use a laptop in my classroom. They know how to do long division. Their calculator is in their notebook. I made them do their times tables, and I made them do their times tables from 1 to 100. I said, that's your calculator. That's not a calculator. Yeah, it is. It does the exact same thing a calculator does. Do your times tables from 1 to 100, get it laminated, put it in your notebook, put it in your pocket, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I made them do it the old school way. So now they can do the math without the calculator.
Hey man, there was something to be said about Big Chief tablets back in the day.
Right. Well, this is a brilliant
Hey,
method.
101.
Though.
That means you at least tried, brother. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Laminating is a lost skill, man. Laminated shit.
Like what I try to do, and I don't, you have these pieces of paper on all the kids that have special needs where they get extra time or they're only required to do half as good as everybody. It's like I have like 4 kids that before they even put their name on the test, they already have a 50. They can't score below a 50. And I have a couple kids that can't score below a 70 no matter what they do. Well, I don't pay attention to that shit. I grade them exactly how they turn the test in. And I've had their teachers, their EC teachers come to me, say, Mr. Martin, you know so-and-so is one of my kids. I'm like, and? Well, I said, look, I'm grading it the way they gave it to me. If y'all want to change it or the principal wants to change it, that's up to y'all. I ain't changing shit. All right, so if y'all want to change it, you change it. I'm not changing nothing. I'm giving you the true numbers of what they're doing. What you might expect them to only do half as good as everybody else. I expect them to do the exact damn same thing as everybody else. And I've got one kid who has all the accommodations in the world. He's one of the coolest little kids. I swear to God, I love this little kid to death. But he started when I first met him. Me and him didn't get along good because he played that victim role. He's a little black kid. He's always the victim, and he wore the Black Lives Matter face mask and all this stuff. And he was all this. He was all about you're being racist, this, racist, that. Well, I finally got that whooped out of him. He knows that I'm the farthest from a racist person you're ever going to meet. And he gets all these accommodations and stuff. And I told him in the classroom, I said, do you enjoy this? He goes, what? I said, and do you enjoy being treated like excuse, I hope I don't offend you, but a retard? You can't say retard. Why can't I? It's in the dictionary. It's literally in the dictionary. The word retard is in the dictionary, retarded. And I'll say whatever. All right. If it offends you, that's you. It's not me. I said, but do you enjoy being treated like you're not as good at everything else as anybody else? No. I said, then why don't you quit playing the victim and pay attention in class and start learning this stuff? I said, what do you want to be when you grow up? He goes, I'm going to be a basketball player. I said, for who? Your local YMCA? NBA? I said, you're not going to the NBA. He goes, what do you mean? I said, you can't read, you can barely spell your name, and you can't count. I said, that means you can't get into college. If you don't play college basketball, unless you're LeBron James, and you're not, there's no way in hell you're getting into the NBA. I said, you might as well go ahead and forget about that shit, or you need to learn how to read, write, count, and spell your fucking name, and get you a scholarship to college, and stop being a victim.
Yeah.
And the test I did on Thursday, he got a 93, and he got a 93 on his own. His EC teacher came in and was watching because she comes in and observes, and she was freaking out. She goes, "Oh my God, what did you do?" I said, "Nothing. I quit treating him like he's mentally incapacitated because he's not. Stop giving them pills. Stop giving everybody a syndrome or a condition or they need therapy. You don't need therapy. You need to sit down and do the fucking work." And she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." I'm like, "Well, fucking believe it, because I'm not helping him. He did that on his own. Watch." And then I called him to the board. I made up a problem, called him to the board. I said, "Z, get up and do this problem. Show the class you know what you're doing." He walked right to the board. Bing, bing, bing. He done a problem that most of the other kids in the class couldn't do, which really freaked me out. I'm like, holy shit, is this guy like a math savant or something? No, but he's in the 8th grade, and he's went through life the entire time he's in school as the special kid that needs special treatment, and he doesn't. That's the thing. So if you're going to go through life as a special kid, when you get to be an adult, guess what? You're going to get this. You're going to be in the Walmart parking lot in a tent with a sign asking for fucking money and food. If that's what you want for your life, that's fine. Just let me know now and go to the back of the classroom, take a nap, and don't bother me or anybody else, because the rest of the kids want to learn. But I don't know. For some reason, me talking to them like an old school asshole fucking works. It's weird, really, really weird.
Well, it's no sugarcoating, and sometimes that makes kind of like gets through all the bullshit. It's like,
yeah, true. I I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I'm enjoying seeing the ones that everybody has given up on. You know, anytime they're in my class, they're succeeding, and they're, you know, the principal, vice principal are asking me how and why. I'm like, because I'm not holding their hand. I'm not babysitting them.
Well,
And
dude,
I
and kids will
attend-
push whatever boundary you let them push. So if they
Yeah,
go to
I-
get loud and no
Yeah.
teacher really says quiet down, then they don't
Yeah,
expect them to be quiet
I've got a
tomorrow.
folder. I've got a folder full of forms with their special stuff you have to do and all this stuff. I'm a substitute, okay? I haven't even read that folder. The only folder I looked at was the one with their food allergies. That's the only one I'm worried about. The ones that are diabetic and the ones that have food allergies.
Yeah.
All right, the health issues. The rest of the stuff, the mental stuff, I'm not reading that shit because there's nothing wrong with these kids.
Right.
See, that was how this, and I don't know, and I don't know all of, I know down here they did that with our oldest, my stepson, and it used to piss me off, dude, because he would sit in the same class as everybody else, but he had a little red tab on his folder. So when they handed out the quizzes, if that quiz was 20 questions, he might only get 10.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, this is bullshit. But see, they want the numbers. See, they don't want failures. They don't want bots. They want everybody to be a success rate on paper. So they just kept pushing through.
Problem
They
is
tried to do that to my son.
that buck has to stop somewhere. If you're passing through all the lower grades and they're passing them on through high school, they're illiterate. They're literally leaving the scholastic world, going into the world of adulthood, and they're fucking illiterate.
Yep.
Well, and they're not prepared because they don't get it. When they go to work at the job and there's 5 employees and the other 4 have to do this, they're expected to do the same thing. There's no free ride. You don't get less.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. It really is. I guess I should show the designs and stuff, huh?
Cherokee, all you need is a good sauce and it all tastes the same. For fuck's
Right.
wow, Cherokee.
Share
Welcome,
the screen.
J954.
I'm gonna share the screen if it'll work. All right. Do the whole screen. Why is it? All right. So after what I didn't go live last week, it was the week before. Or no, maybe it was last week. I talked on anyway. After Rescue won that blanket and he showed it, I've gotten 6 or 7 emails, maybe more. Hey, Southern Fry, what's going on, brother? I've got at least 6 or 7 emails of people wanting to know how to get one of those blankets. And I talked about it with several people. Yeah, I talked about it with several people last week, and I was honest with Rescue and everybody else in the stream last week. Making that blanket was a pain in the fucking ass.
It's mine.
Angela B, look at you.
I love that, Angela.
Making that blanket was a pain in the ass. But if you guys want blankets, then I'll do blankets like that. And here's the thing, every single one I make is a one of a kind because there's no way I can make it identical to anything because I just throw it up there and I print. I space it out and I just print. I don't measure nothing. None of them are going to be alike. So we hashed it back and forth last night. Long story short, I put picture of the blanket up on the website. And if anybody wants one of those blankets, let me go ahead and pull it up here.
J994, this is kind of like hoodie material. So on the side that has the ink, which by the way, I got North Shore preparedness on. But on this side is like a hoodie. And then on the, sorry, I'm used to my camera being over there. I had to change sides. Anyway, on this side is the fuzzy side, like you have on sweats and stuff. And then this is the smoother side. And so it's not that it's heavy, but it's nice and warm.
Yeah, it's made out of the same material that the hoodies are made out of.
And I also got good old Ron. Dangerous Freedom.
Well, if it'll ever load, I've trying to share the screen, but it's not loading. But long story short, I loaded it up on the website. If you want one of those custom, one of a kind, multi-creator hoodie blankets, they're on the site. They're $150, and that's a deal because there's probably between $200 and $250 worth of screen prints on that blanket. And that's not even counting the price of the blanket. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to print them in batches because I don't want to. Because I was explaining to everybody, all right, when I put a screen on the machine and I pull the ink and I print an image, when I'm done with that image, I have to clean the screen, and it's a special chemical that I have to use. It's a green chemical. It's safe, but it's a special chemical that I have to use to break down the ink and clean the screen after I use it. The chemical cost, it's not cheap. Like it's a one little squirt bottle, and it's like $20 something for this one little bottle, and this one little bottle will clean a few screens, not very many. So if I have to print one blanket, I'll go through probably half that bottle of chemical just to clean the screens, the 20 screens that I'm using. So what I want to do is if somebody wants to order a blanket, if 3 people order a blanket, if I get at least 3 blankets, then I'll print all 3 blankets at once using the same amount of chemical versus having to use 3 times as much, because that's where the cost of screen printing gets kind of expensive in the emulsion that you have to put on the screens and the stuff that you have to use to clean the ink off the screens. So if somebody wants the blankets, and several people have asked, I loaded it onto the website. If it'll ever load on my computer, I'll show it to you guys. But
isn't it Ghost? It's ghostdesigns.shop, right?
Yeah, ghostdesigns.shop.
I can't get it to come up. It says it can't be reached. I even
Looking
tried
at it
it
right
for
now.
4 different browsers.
I'm looking at it right now.
Let's see.
You
right
might be
there.
looking at a cache file. Oh, Roots just clicked on something.
If you can pull up the website, ghostdesigns.shop, because you can show it for me. I'll share your screen because I can't get mine. This computer is really freaking me out.
There it goes.
But I loaded up the blanket. It's custom one-of-a-kind multi-creator hoodie blanket. And then
Yeah, there it goes. It wouldn't load. I was like, damn, what do you mean it won't load? That's why I asked. I'm like, I could have sworn that was what it is. All right, let's see. Share screen. Here's the window. Bam. Share. All right. It's backstage.
Is it? It's not letting me pull it up. I'm trying to open mine and it won't let me share the screen. My computer's really fucking tripping out right now. Can I share your screen, or can you share your screen?
Well, I shared it. It should be backstage.
It is, but so is mine.
Oh, and it won't let you bring it up if you click on it.
I'm trying right now. All right, there it is. Now the button
There we
came
go.
up. See if it worked. There it is. All right.
So what you
Can
want me to
go
click?
yeah. Click on the blanket. There's an example of the creator blanket. I'm going to put at least 20 prints on there. It's got just a whole bunch of stuff on there. Just me, voice, Sophia, a whole bunch of stuff's going on the blanket. It'll have at least 20 prints on there. So if you were getting shirts, you're talking, $10, $15 a shirt. You do the math. For $150, it's a hell of a deal. But it's a hell of a deal only if I'm doing more than one at a time. If I'm doing 3, 4, 5 at a time, then it's worth it to me to do it. If you'll back out of that and go to the next shirt, the one that's right beside that.
Hey, Princess.
I'm actually wearing that shirt right now. It's the Patrick Henry slogan, "Give me liberty or give me death." I changed it up a little bit. I did an edit. I crossed out the "give me death" and put in "I'll just take it." So yeah, and it's got the hashtag "Do Patriot shit" on the back. I actually printed one tonight. I'm wearing it to show off. But yeah, so the blanket's up there. The Liberty Tree shirt's there.
This is pretty sweet, I gotta say.
Yeah, and that was designed by one of my 12-year-olds at school. She designed that and brought it into me, and I'm like, I will turn that into a T-shirt and a hoodie right now, and I printed her one for free.
And for those that can't, if you can't read it, it says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you."
By a 12-year-old. Wow.
She wore it yesterday. She wears the crap out of it. I like that one right there. I like that punch the motherfucker in the mouth. I love that one. Says jail is temporary, memories are forever. Punch that motherfucker in the mouth.
That is really funny.
Yeah, I like that one. That's one of my favorite shirts there. I like that one
Hey,
a lot.
butterfly.
I don't care. Somebody just order one of those. I don't care if I offend you. I just printed it tonight.
Huh. I love the anarchy.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that symbols. I like that one a lot. Then
This is pretty
obviously
cool
there's
too, I
the
gotta say, but I'm just
little
I'm a
partial
little
for that one.
biased, but
Mm-hmm.
What are the 4 words around the rooster? I saw wisdom, courage.
integrity
Oh,
and
integrity, not courage. Okay.
honesty, wisdom, integrity, and strength.
Okay. I like that a lot. I like that a
Ghost did that.
lot.
Ghost did that for me. So see,
That was-
anybody that wants a logo created, you just got to reach out to Ghost and work with him, and there you
Yeah,
go.
honestly, I think your logo. That was the fastest one I ever did. Like it was quick. You sent me a sketch, and I was like, no problem. Bing, 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 bing. And that's what makes the logos easy. If you send me a picture or a sketch, and I can just recreate it, it's not that hard. Not that hard at all, actually. It takes a few minutes. Depends on if I can find all the stuff. Trump Negan, make Lucille great again. 24.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's all downhill from here.
That's Prepper Tribe. Backwoods Apocalypse.
The apocalypse.
Ha.
3 in the front, 3 stripes, and then that on the back. Now can you put the apocalypse logo on a blanket?
Pain in the ass, but yeah, I can do it. I usually just do
Oh,
it.
he's like, no. Yeah, he's like, don't request that.
I can do it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can do it.
you can.
You want me to do more?
Nah, that's funny. That's funny. I just wanted to show the blanket. And then
That was fun.
yeah. All right, how do I get that off of here? Let's see. Which
I'm
one?
gonna
I
click
can't
this
remember
right
which
here.
one is. There we go. And then I've got, just so you can see what it looks like, I'm wearing the New Patriots. I've got the Anarchy logo, and I went ahead and did the 3% logo here. But okay,
Oh.
give me liberty,
Hey,
give me
Mr.
death.
Metal.
I'll just take it. And then on the back, it's got the hashtag Do Patriot shit.
Dude, my favorite part is the sleeves, the anarchy, and then with the 3 slashes on the side.
Yeah.
That's unique. That is very, very unique. I like that a lot. The content of the shirt also, but that covers a lot of ideals, and I'm feeling it.
Yeah, this thing, Anarchy, 3%, it's
Yeah.
got Do Patriot shit, changing Patrick Henry's slogan on the front.
Yes.
I was pretty
hot.
drunk when I came up for that one with that one. Hey, Hill Summit, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's up, Dennis?
Yeah, J954. That is correct. Rabid, what's going on? Yeah, so got another month or so of school. Then I'll be able to really bear down and focus on getting some stuff printed and getting some stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't expecting to have to teach full time this year. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I mean, I love it, but it kind of threw me off balance. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. All right, Prepper 101.
But the spices were great, though.
All right.
And
Yeah,
they're
so
still a secret.
got a little bit. We got what 12 minutes until the members only. So if you guys want to hang out at the members only, stand a chance to win you a $15 off coupon or maybe even a free shirt. Get membered up. If you're not membered up, I would suggest you do it. It's like what, $1.99 a month, and it makes you part of the members only. I try to do a members only stream every week. I didn't get to last week, but I try to do a members only each week and give away something, coupon, shirt, something.
If it's any consolation, I'm kind of glad you didn't last week, because after I did scheduled mine, I went, shit, this is when Ghost goes live too. But it's
I'd
kind of
already
my birthday.
canceled. I'd already canceled mine, and you were hot. I'd already decided I wasn't going up. I had so much stuff going on.
It
Huh.
was really cool because then Roots come up.
Yeah, it was serendipitous. That was our birthday. Rescue and I are connected.
Third one.
Yeah.
Right? What's up, Fish?
Fish.
Actually, one of my birthday gifts was tickets to a play at a local theater in my town. Like, and it's tiny. It's like 100 seats maybe, and this building is at least 100 years old. And my gift from my mom was tickets to this show. So it was called Cash on Delivery. And the premise of the play was this dude lost his job, so he started to defraud the Social Security Administration. And it was based in Britain, but they still called it like Social Security. And so he was making false claims about tenants and dead people and widows' benefits and all kinds, just the whole spectrum. And the play was about all of his lies unraveling. And it was hilarious. Like, I had tears streaming down my face at several points at the web being dismantled in this man's narrative. It was really good. So just
Hey,
total
Shorty.
squirrel moment there. But
Shorty checking in from the West Coast. How you doing?
Short.
Who?
Short.
Oh,
Short.
Shorty. Nice.
Hey, out of curiosity, Ghost, do you shave your head with a razor?
Sometimes. I used to shave it with a razor every single day.
Dude,
Now I just use clippers.
because I just, I'm so impressed at this. I'm so impressed. I even told the missus going, I laughed when I first saw those when they invented them, but now that I bought one and I love this fucking thing.
Is that
Wait.
skull shaver at Pitbull?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's Remington.
Does it work?
Oh man, like a champ. I love it. You just sit there, I just knock it all
So
out.
it's kind of on a rotating ball.
Rechargeable, use it in the shower.
Oh, hell, I'm going to have to get me one. Is that the Pitbull? Or is it the Remington?
Remington.
I have to get me one of them.
Huh.
Dude, I sat there and was like, "Really?" And then I thought, okay, well, I'll try it. Dude, I love the shit. 5 minutes, everything's done, and you just keep going.
I usually, like my skull's so, because I've been shaving for 20 years at least. Like, I don't even use shaving cream or any of that stuff. I just grab a razor and hop in the shower, and I just dip my head under it, and I go at it with hot water. But I used to have all kind of moles and scars on my head. But when I first started shaving, I was always bleeding. I've already I literally have shaved the scars and bumps away.
Yeah.
It's like I just dry shave. It doesn't bother me a bit.
Okay, so Rescue, be honest. Have you used that thing down under?
No,
You
ma'am.
know who did.
Oh, well, why not? Because it just to test the product. Not necessarily to be
Hey,
a habit, but just
but
to
see-
test the product.
Well, but yeah, see, it's not the testing of the product part. It's going to be that effect it has on my scrotum. See, that's the part. I don't even care about the top pubic part because, hey, that's just like the rest of my skin. I'm tough there. It's when you kind of get down to my little jewels, there's a reason why they hang in that glorious little bag that they're in. It's because you don't poke on that shit. You don't pull on the hairs.
Oh my
The
goodness.
last thing I need is to be doing that and have it snag one and then I find out that, oh wow, this doesn't work so well, but I'm gonna feel that not feeling so well. And I just don't think
Yeah.
That's exactly what I said, 101. I mean, the product looks solid and it looks like it rotates well and absorbs friction and movement. So I'm just curious if you got curious, that's all. I'll trust you. But
They don't
now,
have
now
that.
that the idea is in your head, I
got the
give it
men's Nair.
10 days before you test it out.
You got
I'll
like
be right
men's
back.
Nair stuff. All you got to do is put it in there, give it a minute, and rinse it off, and it's all gone anyway.
Oh man, yeah, that's what we do,
I'm
milk
just,
me.
you know. No, I used to shave it with a razor like that back when I was offshore. But man, I used to sweat so bad. So I started letting it get a little stubble so it helped slow the sweat down when I would have my bandana on.
Right.
And then up until just when I got that, I used to just take clippers. That's why y'all would see me where it'd be cut and then it'd start to grow out. And then but this, I was like, I'm going to. And shit, they're waterproof. Use it in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
You just rinse it off. Oh, man. There's just this, this little dude so far, and it lasts, 3 shavings so far, and I hadn't had to charge it back up.
So do you ever replace the cutting mechanism, the razor of it, or the refills for it?
Yep, I haven't yet, but this is the part. So the silver part,
Yep.
it pulls loose, and so these are your blades. And you buy this. I think these were like, when I looked up how much the replacements would be, they're like $25. But like I said, 3 so far, and it's working just fine. So, and all it does is you just take them off, you can wash it, then you just put it back on and clip, bam, it's good to go.
Fabulous.
That's I was like, shit. The minute I did it, I told her, going, I don't know why I didn't buy one of these damn things like 10, 15 years ago when they came out with them. I used to just laugh at them going, whatever.
Right.
But now.
Well, Angela, it was an honest question.
When the first year I started, Angela, I used to have to strap down the sand lot with a lot of life rings that I would throw out a lot to try to keep the ship upright. And there was after about a year, I think I just said, fuck it, we're in for the ride. And so
Ghost did the same thing. He tried to keep it straight and narrow, but then he had me on every week and it didn't work. I apologize. It's not intentional. I'm just living,
Cherokee, there is
go.
no 5th division of special forces. Special forces aren't divisions; they're groups. There's a 5th group. I was 20th group. There's a 5th group. There's not a division. I don't know what you're talking about there. You're saying your new friend was in the 5th Special Forces group. That makes sense, but not division.
By the way, J954 says he's got that same razor. I'm gonna assume it's a he. I'm assuming, but
right.
If not, hey, teach their own. But 90 shaves apparently out of that little blade. So you figure you can get 80 to 90 shaves before you have to spend $24 for another one. Then that's not bad.
Hell, that's still cheaper than. Well, I mean, those little disposable razors. I get those 3-blade disposables, and like, if I use a razor like with shaving cream or soap or whatever, like I can do my head maybe twice. But and it's really weird. If I shave in the shower underneath the hot water, no soap, no nothing, just I can use it 4 or 5 times, which is weird. I don't know. I think the heat, it just makes the hair softer, easier to shave, I guess. I don't know.
Hey,
but
Jay,
lately,
this is 2024. That's not necessarily a qualifier according to the media.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
We got about 4 minutes.
Oh, hey, did you hear about? There's a SF group. I'll have to go back and watch that again. Have you ever heard of Unsubscribed podcast?
Yeah, yeah.
Eli Double Tap. It'll have Donut Operator.
Yeah.
Fat Electrician. Dude, I was watching one today, and the Angry Cops dude was talking about there's an SF group that apparently got in some deep shit because there was a picture got taken, and on the back
that was like 3 or 4 months ago. Yeah, the
20th, the Rommel Brigade deal.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah. I love that Fat Electrician, dude. I can watch every single one of his videos.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's probably my favorite channel.
Yeah.
What,
Oh,
for real?
that dude, he could be a teacher.
And the shit that he says, I'm like, dude, how do you come up with that shit? Like he just,
He's one of them historian buffs.
yeah. If you ain't checked out the Fat Electrician, you guys, you need to. He is absolutely fucking
I've
hilarious.
never heard of it. Is it called The Fat Electrician?
The
Yeah.
Fat Electrician.
Yeah.
And his
Yeah.
website's even that,
Make
thefatelelectrician.com.
little 3-4 minute videos, sometimes 10-minute videos, but he reviews a whole bunch of stuff about the military and different heroes and all this stuff. But the funniest shit about him is like he talks fast as fuck and his fucking one-liners untouchable. And then when his old lady comes in the room and fucks with him, it's hilarious.
Dude, did you see the one with the MP5?
I've seen, yeah, when she came in with him, yeah, he's like,
Oh yeah, he's sitting there talking, and it's something about that he was going to do the sponsorship for Delete Me, and he's like, you know, the sponsorship. Well, part of that little skit that they decided to do for that sponsorship, Delete Me, was she opened that door back there and she said, "Oh, okay," and racks that thing, and he's like, "I'll be back."
Yeah, she's hilarious. But yeah, if you hadn't watched, there, Independent Mini dropped the link to the Fat Electrician. He's fucking
And just
hilarious.
history. That's why I show it on my stream some mornings. I'll go grab some of his and show him, because it's just, you know, it's cool little parts of history, but it's told in a way that it's like, you know, no book here, just common talk. And
It's
I
real
love it
fast.
whenever he's got comments in the thing, because he does his little, and then the internet people, and he puts his little helmet on, and it's like, bah, with his little keyboard thing for the
Yeah.
keyboard warriors.
Like he does it real fast. It's really, really funny and it's accurate.
Yeah.
Like it's, yeah.
Hey,
But like he's reviewed like every single Army unit, every Marine Corps unit. He reviews the wars, boats. I love his funny little catches. If you hadn't caught on to it by now, don't fuck with America's boats. If you think about it, he's right though. Like every single fucking war that's ever started is because somebody fucked with one of our boats.
Dude, you hear stories that you never would have heard. It's like, I forgot, and I say this just as I'm forgetting the name of the ship, but I remember the story. I just listened to so many of his, but he was talking about the battleship on one of the islands during the Pacific. And they were like, well, we can't reach no farther in. And they're like, okay, well, flood those tanks. And so they literally rocked the ship.
The ballast tanks and tilted the back. Yeah.
You never hear any of this. You're not going to ever hear that story. And I just love it, dude. But no, so it's Unsubscribed Podcast. Well, that is the group of them. It's Angry Cop, Fat Electrician, Brandon Herrera, the AK Jesus guy, Donut Operator, and Eli Double Tap. And they're all vets except for Brandon, which they rag on him pretty hard. But Angry Cops is pretty cool. I like listening to some of his shit, dude. He gets to. And this, dude, as a matter of fact, I'm waiting for one to come out because he was talking about it today or yesterday. And he's going to release it. And then it's about some of these little fake ass boot camp things where people pay 10, 15, 18 grand to go have somebody scream at them and treat them like they're in boot camp. And son, he even talked about it on that one going, and they even started laughing going, damn, you are one. He goes, I fucking hate that dude's a fucking pussy. I hate that dude. You're a shithead, Steve. Because apparently this dude that runs it, because they talk a lot of shit. And then, he talks shit about him because apparently he got out in 2001. He went from 96 to 2001 and he bailed. And so he rags on him going, yeah, you're a fucking pussy. You bailed. Why didn't you stay and serve with your brothers after 9/11? No, you ran. You didn't want to re-up. You didn't want to go fight with your brothers, did you? He ragged. Because, dude, what pissed him off is apparently during this little fake bullshit, they set up a bail, dude, like a SEAL deal. Like they literally staged this whole little bell thing, and if you want to quit, you can bring it. It's got U.S. Navy on it and everything. And that pissed him off, dude. It's like, you fake fuckers. I can't wait to see that one. That ought to be a good one.
Yep. What do y'all say?
Bill made it so bad.
And do the members only and give away a shirt or two.
All right, we'll migrate. And I'm out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us. I'm going to see you over there. This one. I'm going to go take a pee-pee break, and then I'll see you guys on the members only live stream here in a couple minutes. Appreciate you. We'll see you in a minute.